Welcome to the Brain Damage Podcast. This is episode, I don't know. Look at it again. We're here with the hottest penguin in the Antarctic. Say hello.
Yo, what up? It's the sexy mofo / Mr.Penguin. Nice to be here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So yeah, anybody have any initial questions before we delve into the list?
We should preface this on where we found this guy.
Oh yeah, some context. One day I was just curious. I looked up Discord girlfriend out of curiosity, just to see what would show up, right? And I stumbled across this ePal website. No idea what it's about. And if we want to show a screenshot of the website, it's just you just go on the website and you pay people to either play matches with you or just to talk with you. And I thought it was the wackiest thing ever, especially since there's so many women on there and they charge insane amounts. And going through it, I found Mr. Penguin here, and I loved his bio so much that I reached out to him and see if he would do this podcast, and he said yes. And here we are.
I have that kind of charm on people, I just attract them towards me. And that and because I was the cheapest one on ePal, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not
it was the profile picture for me.
Yo, I mean, one whole podcast for free? I mean, that was a good deal.
Yeah, a whole podcast
Pretty decent deal.
How much would you charge?
Oh, for this?
Yeah, yes. Like normally.
Okay, so like the cheapest thing you can charge on ePal is like $2, right? Per half an hour. And me personally, I have no fucking clue because I just started, right? Like I'm a newborn penguin, like in the ePal zone. Like there's a lot of competition, so like you have to make it free, especially when you're a dude. Albeit a sexy dude, but still a dude, right? So I don't know, for this man, I'd probably like just do $2 per half an hour. But I don't really care too much about the money right now. I'm just trying to build up myself and also like have like interesting, meaningful conversations. That's like the main reason I started.
All right. That actually leads into one of the questions. It was, where did you find out about epal.gg, the website?
My sister.
Oh, your sister. Is she part of it?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Is she? I assume she's a bigger influencer than you on there?
Yeah.
You assume?
I assume.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, dude. She got popular fast, which is not a surprise. Wow. Yeah, like, but to be fair, like, she did something smart. She like targeted a specific niche, right? She did tarot readings, right? She does tarot readings. Reads your future, reads your palm, witchy stuff. So that's what she does.
That's cool.
And that got pretty popular because not a lot of people are doing it on ePal.
Okay. That's actually pretty cool, especially because like it seems like the whole market, like when we were looking at it, like the whole market is saturated with people like putting on that stupid like little anime voice.
We were dogging on some people just listening to their voice messages.
How much does your sister charge?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
I don't know. I'll have to check. I haven't seen her page.
If you do look, I also am curious how many reviews she has. I'm just curious.
Don't advertise her because this is all about you, bro.
Hey,
advertise yourself.
Yes.
You think I was gonna give her the attention? Come on, come on. Let's be real. Let me see because I actually haven't checked in like a while. Whoa.
All right, and then also, I guess a follow up to the question is, why did you join the website?
I told you, like, it's because like I wanted to. Well, for one, it seemed like an easy way to make money, but like that was just like one of the general allures to the website. But for me personally, it was mainly because it seemed really cool that people could just like set up a service and like any kind of service, gaming or just chatting. And I picked chatting because I love to do that. I love the sound of my own voice, so I set up chatting because I wanted to like meet some new and interesting people because I have a lot of free time now. So I thought, hey, it'd be cool. I could meet some interesting people or make some new friends and get paid at the same time. Sometimes, but yeah.
All right.
That's like generally it.
Yeah.
In this case,
also, she charges $5 per half an hour.
Wow. Yeah.
I just saw it.
Pretty crazy.
Nice.
How many reviews?
She has. How did I check? She has 58 people served, all 5 stars.
Oh damn.
Or like, but 48 of them reviewed her. Yeah, so 48 5 stars.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy, dude. I have like 3.
I know. I saw some of your reviews.
Do you only play LOL or do you play anything else?
At the moment, I only play League of Legends because that's what most of my friends play. But I play
man.
Brawlhalla 2.
Brawlhalla 2 that came
No,
out.
Funny, but I play Brawlhalla. I started playing Risk of Rain 2. And that's
Risk of Rain is
wow.
good. Risk of Rain is fun.
I played I tried playing the first one. I have the second one, but I haven't started it yet. But I tried playing the
That's
first
the one
one.
I'm playing. I haven't played the first one. It's only the second one, and it's really, really fucking fun.
It looks good. I was surprised that it was in 3D since the first one's all 2D.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the 2D was really hard in the first game. I
So
assume
the
it.
3D one is pretty hard.
Yeah, I assume it keeps its difficulty. That was part of its charm.
Yeah, it does.
Manuel asks, or DAmanual asks, how many people have you paid? How many people have paid you to play with them, and were they mostly men?
Okay, so I haven't done any games yet, so they haven't paid to play me. But I've only done e-chats because like that's the one service I offer right now.
Mhm.
But I will tell you this: from the I got 3 proper orders, like 3 official orders. No, sorry, like 2 official orders, like 2 where I've actually had to like chat with the person. The other ones, they ordered it, but they never like replied back to me, so it never happened. Anyways, so from the 2 orders, right? They were really fun, by the way. From the 2 orders, they were all free of charge. Like I'm doing everything free. Like first orders are free of charge. It's like, yeah, it's like an option ePal lets you do, which is really cool. So the first 2 I were free of charge, but I got paid for both of them.
Oh,
the
like
first
they tipped
one,
you?
they tipped me, exactly.
Nice.
They
that's
tipped
cool.
me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that
pretty
means
cool.
that you're really good then.
Hey, what can I say? Quality service. But the first one, he tipped me $1, and it was very small, but it was really. I got excited, bro. Like, the craziest thing is, I got him. I think in my very second day, like the very. I
nice.
started my account, and then the very next day I got an order. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting to get an order in the first month,
day.
much less the first 2. Much less the second day. So it was crazy, and I got tipped for it.
That's like I don't know if this is delving too into it, but do you like what did you guys talk about? I'm just curious from the people that you actually had the orders with. I'm just curious.
So just the first dude, I don't want to get too deep into it, but just the first dude, he was just telling me a lot about his like just the difficulties and challenges in his life, like a lot of the mental struggles that he goes through, the family troubles that he goes through, just a lot of really personal stuff. And honestly, that was I wouldn't say it was unexpected. Like when I started eChat, this is like kind of what I expected the conversations would eventually like dive into, because usually when people come to these types of sites, it makes sense that they would do so maybe because they're lonely, maybe because they're still looking to make new friends, maybe just they want to vent, and that's like that's the idea that I've had of ePal, right? I'm sure like that's what we all think about ePal, which it's true. It's kind of true.
Yeah. You know, continue.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick that I honestly really do think the service is pretty cool. It's just the only gripe that I personally have is that I feel like some of these people would be disingenuine. Like I can obviously tell that you are like you seem to really care, but some of these other people.
I want to talk about that actually.
Yeah, real quick, like just other people, just from their little bios, like they just give the smallest amount of shit, and I assume they just want money. Especially, I'm not gonna assume, but my guess is that like some of the more popular girls, like it just becomes like an industry at this point.
I'm just gonna dog on them, bro. They straight up doing it for the money because they know they can get lonely guys to just talk to them because they're like.
Talk about that. I actually really want to talk about that because I was thinking. I was thinking of like the exact same thing. I was like thinking, like as this guy was talking to me, and even before I started, but as this guy was talking to me, I was like, he's opening up to me a lot. He's opening up to me a lot, right? I'm there to listen, but I keep thinking he ordered my service, and it feels like I'm charging him to be to be like his shoulder to cry on, and the idea of it felt kind of icky to me. Like I didn't charge him anything, by the way, but the idea that the order. For me for like half an hour of my time, which it never stays to half an hour. It always goes to like an hour, 2 hours, like until the person's ready. But that kind of bothered me, which is why I genuinely wanted to show care and compassion towards the people I talk to, because even if it's a service that they pay for or just order, I still wanted to make worth their time and money and show them. Even had they not paid for me, like even if he was just a random dude in the street that started talking to me, I would have said and done the exact same thing. I don't want to make the fact that he paid me to do it was any different. But I'm still trying to like fighting with that in my head. I'm still like trying to figure out the more, I don't know, the moral dilemma, ethical dilemma of doing it.
All of it.
I mean, that's cool. That's very honorable of you too. Because I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this site, I kind of like likened it to like internet prostitution.
Basically, is dude.
Some of them
my
probably
guys are saying
are
that.
for sure, because I think from what Jacob saw on the website when he was just like streaming it on Discord, most of them were just anime girl voices, and you can only imagine what depraved shit neckbeards ask them to say.
Oh, that actually reminds me. When I was doing that, I don't know if I was streaming it or not, but I got curious and I kind of asked this one girl on the site like what kind of order she gets, and she was actually kind enough to respond, and she said like some of them are real, like people just want to talk, but then she also said that like there's some perverts, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected that. Like if some guy can offer a chick money to just sit there and he can just be gross, like I assume some guys will do that. I mean, I assume she could just cancel the order, but that's not going to stop some guys.
And report him.
Yeah.
Let me know if this is too funny to ask, but if hypothetically a male were to ask you to do something that
it already happened.
It has, and did you do it? Did you do it? You did it? Oh my god!
No, I didn't. Relax. It happened twice. So the first guy was serious. The second guy was a troll. So the first guy, he asked me. Let me open the message. Actually, it was fucking funny, dude. It was so funny. I couldn't.
You read it.
Please go through the no, don't read it. Just go through like the process of what happened.
I want to read it. It's not personal.
Oh, okay,
it's
then,
just
the
context of it was so funny.
Yeah.
I need to find it. Okay, yes, I found it. So so I got an order right one day, and I was like, "Yay, another order, cool." So he asked me for my Discord, which is normal. Like the first two were like, "Hey, do you have Discord? It would be easy to chat there." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." They still make the order, and I still chat with them on Discord,
Yeah,
right?
that's good.
So he added me, or he asked for my Discord ID, which I sent him. And then we added each other, and he was like, the first thing he asked immediately, right off the bat, right? He asks, "Hey, buddy, how old are you?" Oh, I was like, and I was like, straight to the point. I see. It's in my. It was. You know what the funny thing is? It's in my EPAL bio. Like, how did you just?
Dude,
how did you just take the effort?
Yeah, I took the time to like really sponge up all your content on your EPAL just so I could get questions, and yeah, some people just don't really want to look into it.
He wanted to go straight to the meat, which I respect. You know, no patience.
He's a man after my own heart. No, I'm kidding.
He's a man of culture.
Something else. Truly. Okay. And after I told him, like, it's in my bio, I'm 23, he said, "Sweet, I'm assuming you're straight, but I was wondering if you'd be into something for more $$ without playing games."
Oh my god, he wants to do roleplay for more money? That's pretty funny.
This guy is pyrocynical.
I swear to God. And I told him, like, I'm straight, but I'm not really into that. And he's like, "Okay, sorry to bother you then." Okay, then like he paused for like 5 minutes, and then he sent another message saying, "If you change your mind."
Oh my god!
I ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
You know what I would have said? I would have asked him how much he's talking. I wouldn't have done it.
Honestly,
How
dude,
much you
I
talking, though? I'm not gonna lie.
I wanted to actually.
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you.
But I would do for the right price,
dude. For the right price.
No, because you could.
This
you
is
could
why I
genuine.
said it's internet prostitution.
Cause yeah, you could just be like you could be disingenuine about it just for the bag, but like I see what you're talking about. Like just being like an internet whore.
Could you imagine one of these people actually falling in love with you?
Dude.
Oh God. I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise, but yeah.
I guess that answers that question. Has anyone ever been sexual with you? How many times has that happened? Is this like the only time, or has it happened
2 times? Twice.
This is the first time.
Twice.
The second,
Okay.
the second time was a meme. Like, he sent me a message and he's like, I don't remember what he said exactly, but it was something along the lines of, "Hey, do you have a boyfriend or something? Or are you looking for a boyfriend?" Like this was in video chat, not video chat. This was in like voice chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like he was laughing while he was saying that, so I was like, and I just kept
Maybe
going.
he was being serious, but he didn't want you to know.
I don't know. He immediately followed up by saying, I was just trolling, man. I'm kidding." And I was like,
So he's like
Cool,
closeted. He's
alright.
a closeted EPAL, gay sex chatter.
I don't know, but like it was so funny because he still had like 27 minutes on the clock, right? Like he made an order, and I was like, he wanted to like just end the call. He's like, I was just memeing, like never mind, I'm sorry, bro. I was like, it's cool, bro. Like you got 27 minutes, we can still chat. He's like, nah, it's cool. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I'm not paying this. I don't waste. I'm like, homie, it's free.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
I know.
Oh my god.
You're not supposed to pay. That's the whole point. You have 27 minutes of my time. Fucking take it. And he's like, nah. I'm sorry, bro. I took your time.
maybe he was serious. Maybe he did want to know.
So.
Yeah, maybe he wanted like to do that, but he was like, "Oh no, I'm just joking, man. I'm just
joking. Like I'm just.
I don't think I wanted to have sex with you or
like,
something."
I didn't want to have fucking e-pal sex with you.
Boyfriend. I don't want you to be my fucking e-boy. My
E-boy.
e-boy.
E-pal boy.
My e-pal boy. I don't know, honestly. To this day, I'm not sure if he was really memeing or not.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into some more questions. Then that was a pretty good segue for e-pals. I don't know what else we could talk about on the website other than.
I can tell you like something weird that a friend of mine from e-pal, an e-pal friend that I recently made.
Yeah, let's hear a
story. So like on e-pal. Like I've met some cool people because like the last e-pal order was like a group chat. So like they kind of did something similar like you guys there, where they asked me to come to like the Discord group chat, just like for fun. But they were also inviting other e-pals because I noticed everyone had a tag on them that said e-pal, and I was like, oh cool, it's like other e-pal people. So I just invited them in this like server for fun. Everyone just like started chatting. It was actually fun. It was really interesting. The people there were cool, and I befriended some of them.
Nice.
And I befriended one girl, and she told me that like she's just sharing with me her e-pal experience, and like even the weird experiences. And this is I want to talk about this. So she told me that one time someone made an order for her e-chat, and he said he wanted to watch a movie, which is like common in e-pal apparently. Yeah. So like he paid to watch a movie there, and she told me like in the middle, like during it, he just switched to porn, and then they just started hardcore porn. And like she was just sitting there like, okay.
That's so awkward, dude.
That's
cool.
Really, that's really funny though. Like, I mean, it's really like dumb of that guy, but like, I mean, imagine the balls you gotta have to just be switch from like a normal ass movie to just porn.
Yeah. Dude, she's like, dude, like, okay, if you want to watch porn, tell me we want to watch porn. Like, don't just watch it. Like, tell me we want to watch some fucking Princess and the Frog, and then switch to like some hardcore banging. Like,
could you imagine if that's actually what they were watching, and then it switched to porn?
That'd be pretty funny.
That's really good, actually. That's really fucking funny.
It was pretty funny.
That is much akin to virtual sexual assault. That is she.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
It kind of is actually. It kind of is.
Like that.
Really
that is the bare definition of it. What that guy did. She did not consent to watching porn with him. He probably was jerking off.
Probably.
I don't know. I think like the idea of him watching porn with a girl probably like turned him on.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine the like having an actual woman in a call with you while watching that is what got him to, pull that. But it's also kind of depraved, and also if there is an option to watch that kind of stuff with her, I think it's best for him to actually pay for it.
Yeah, him to like say it up front.
Like watching I don't know, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, and then switching to Agent BBC Attack or something.
It's just very creepy that he just did a switcheroo.
Imagine he does get arrested for sexual assault for that though, and he has to like tell everyone in his neighborhood that he has been a sexual assaulter. Just because he switched to porn during a during a call with a girl that he was paying to watch a movie with.
If that's the case, Jacob would be in jail right now.
No, but it was not. Oh my God! God damn!
Jacob, tell me about that. Jacob,
no, there's nothing to talk about.
Jacob, we brought you here to know a bit more about that.
This is it.
There's been many instances where
we started This was actually all for intervention. This was all
we were watching the Sonic movie.
Jacob, I've actually been friends with them for a long time, and they just invited me here to open up.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah,
we were watching the Sonic movie, and he switched to fucking gore, and it had like a bunch of weird sexual
Well, okay,
thumbnails
first
on
we
these
went to
shit.
Trap Sonic. Don't forget that.
I wasn't there.
Oh
I
my
left
god, you weren't there for
a little
Trap
This is
Sonic?
real? I thought you were joking.
No,
This is
I
getting juicy.
was joking.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
bit. Trap Sonic.
All right, Trap Sonic. I
Oh.
guess. I mean, that's. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, we all fall under the
The Trap Sonic umbrella.
we
Rabbit
all fall
hole.
under the Trap
At some
Sonic.
point in our lives, in our childhood,
It consumes us.
The Trap
Yeah.
Sonic rabbit hole.
like you come to your dad and you're like, Dad, what's Trap Sonic? And then he looks like out the window,
Son,
like in a
he's like,
daze.
We need to talk, son.
To talk. I have so much to tell you.
So
smiles.
much. He pulls out a book from his bookcase and he like blows it off all the dust. Like,
Yeah.
son, this is our ancestry with Trap
Oh
Sonic.
my god.
And it's just like on the cover, it's like volume 1.
Yeah, volume 1. It's a
Volume
thick book.
1. How many volumes could there be? A
You
big
notice in the
fucking
room. You
book.
notice in the room. He has a fucking bookcase, and like they all have like
Oh my God.
similar designs.
Yeah, and they all have numbers on it, like 1 through like I don't know 47.
No
just
wonder
keeps
you didn't
going.
let me read, Dad.
I didn't want you to learn too soon, son. I didn't want to grace you too soon.
Oh my god.
Trap Sonic.
Jeez.
Anyways, yeah, Jacob should be in jail.
No.
True.
Oh my
true.
god.
No, let's be real. Anyways,
I'm just
Lauren
kidding.
has a
That guy-
question.
that guy
Lauren
would be
has
fucking-
this
He was
very
asking
deep
for it. He was
philosophical
asking for
question.
it.
Just
No,
say
kidding.
whatever comes to mind. Okay, here's the question.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Shoot.
been so far as to even want to do more like?
You even do? Oh, wait, what? Wait, sorry, I'm sorry. Brain.
Wait, I'm
brain-
confused. What?
Yeah, brain fart.
Okay,
Do
I'm
more
gonna
like.
read it verbatim. Have you ever
verbatim.
been so far as to even want to do more like?
Still lost me, bro.
Can you ask the question
Wait,
of
what do you
Lauren?
want me? What kind of things can I say? I'm a little confused.
Lauren
Okay, I'll
asked
say it
the
one more
question.
time. I'll say it one more time.
Okay, dude, if I could choose by the second time, you think the third time's gonna make more sense? Come on.
I'll say it
Yeah.
really slow. Have you ever been so far as to even want to do more like?
Pole dancing?
Yes. No.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
I've seen some videos of people doing it. I was like, you know what? That looks pretty sporty. Like if I would do like something to like imagine like you bring a date to your house and then she sees like a fucking pole in your house and she's like, hey, what's that? And then you're like, babe,
I'm a
I got something to
stripper.
tell you.
You're like, I'm
No.
a stripper.
You don't have to be a stripper to be a
Oh.
pole dancer. You can just be a pole
Just
dancer.
be a pole dancer.
Yeah, it's I've heard it's actually a really good like exercise too.
It is. It actually is. That's why I thought, hey, it would be kind of like if you can be pretty athletic and be a pole dancer without actually being a stripper, right?
Yeah, you gotta have
Yeah, right.
crazy core.
And it's like, and you
True.
get that like extra that extra shebang of like if your significant other ever wanted you to pole dance for them.
Exactly, bro. Honestly, come on. Like, what kind of girl doesn't want their man to give them a lap dance?
Exactly. That's what
Honestly.
I'm
It's actually
saying.
hot.
High
It's
five,
actually
brother.
Like, think about it. Like, if we want girls to do that to us, why wouldn't girls want the other thing? Like, you know, the same thing.
Yeah.
At least most girls, or like some
Yeah.
girls. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What the fuck? How did this question end up like that?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was literally a
That's-
nothing burger.
The question was nonsense, by the way. There was no meaning behind the question. It was just jumbled up
No, but
words.
I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, because it was nonsense.
All right, this question, DAmanual asks. He says, "Do they have cereal there?"
They do,
Well,
yes.
no, it's. Oh my god, you definitely messed that up, Jacob. You're supposed to ask him first where he's from, and then I asked,
and
do they
then
have
you
cereal
asked-
there?
But we weren't going in
the audience
order.
doesn't know. The audience doesn't know. You guys don't know. Fucking idiots.
Where are you from?
Okay,
Oh!
where are you from initially?
I am from the land of mummies and curses and pyramids.
Egypt?
Egypt?
Bingo.
Born and raised?
Really? Oh, you were from there. Oh, wow.
Born, yes,
Wasn't sure
raised,
if you,
no.
like-
Where were you
Most
raised?
Wasn't sure if
Times
you like
raised
moved
bed
there
most
for like
of his
business or something.
Wait,
like-
one at a time,
Yeah,
So,
I don't know why
alright.
you're talking over each other.
No worries. Okay, when I say one at a time, I mean one of you has to touch.
The playground is where he spent most of his days, and then that's all I said.
Okay, I guess I'll explain my origin story for you guys.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Alright, so I was a lonely penguin in the Antarctic. My mother and father left me. They were killed by seals, and then I was just free to roam. Okay, I'm fucking with you, but so what happened was I was born in Egypt. I wasn't raised there though. After I turned 3, my parents decided to go to a nice place called Dubai in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Very nice place, very pretty place. Although,
are you
contrary to popular belief, not everyone is filthy rich. Not everyone owns a white fucking cheetah. Some people just own regular lions and regular cheetahs. So
only regular.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. It sucks too because like people get degraded, and like segregation happens depending on like the type of pets you have. Just
what kind of cheetah you have?
Exactly, kind of cheetah. Yeah. Like if it doesn't have an exotic fur pattern,
they have cheetah racism in the United Arab Emirates.
I don't fucking know. They have everything there, dude. They have
white racism.
They have white ligers, bro. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's actually no joke. Like I think the king or the prince, the king, and some of his sheikhs. Like a sheikh is like it's a high status in the country. It's kind of, I don't know what to compare it to. A sheikh is it's basically like high class, like high royalty class. You could say a sheikh. It's like royalty class, right? So the Sheikh Mohammed and all that.
Okay.
So, anyways, fucking what was I gonna say? Right. So one of the sheikhs has like an exotic animal farm where you can't visit it, but like they do invite some people or like some media crew to like come and play there.
And I assume you can buy some exotic animals from there.
Sorry, say it again.
I assume like the rich people could buy exotic animals from there.
Oh, dude, they could buy anything. Like, there's actually a lot of stuff, dude. You can actually go see videos of it. Like, if you go Dubai exotic gardens or exotic animal farm or pet farm, I don't know. Which, by the way, it's in their backyard. Like, they have a mansion, right? It's in their backyard, just like white baby tigers. And I'm serious,
crazy.
white baby tigers and monkeys and other stuff, probably camels. And they're just like roaming around. And like, you'll see some YouTubers or influencers or just like people coming there and like playing with them.
Wow.
I think they have like orangutans too, or yeah, they have a bunch of stuff, dude. It's kind of crazy, and like it's crazy because like I know where that is, right? I know where that place is, and you pass it by sometimes. It's just there.
That's
right.
Weird.
Dubai's
That's
a small place,
cool.
by the way.
Yeah,
one thing like
I've seen it on a map.
Dubai. Yeah, it's so fucking tiny, and like baby me never knew this. Baby me always thought like Dubai was massive and like it was like center of the world, but no, it's actually extremely fucking tiny, But it's very like. What it lacks in size, it makes up in prowess and luxury and tourism. It's like Dubai.
Size doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. Like it's crazy what they've done with that short place, honestly. But what was I talking about again? Right. So I'm from Dubai. I'm sorry. I was raised from Dubai. Yeah, I was raised in Dubai.
Where are you now? Where's your address? Where can I find you? No, I'm kidding.
So right now, I'm back in Egypt. I'm back in the land of the mummies.
Nice.
But I stayed in Dubai for like 20 years, and I just recently came to Egypt so I can finish up some like stuff for the military, which I did. Like military papers took a few months, but I finished it. And then I decided to stay a bit because like I found a really good engineering opportunity here because
Nice.
I was like in the middle of like my career search because I graduated like about a year ago. Anyways,
when I heard that you were when I saw that you were an engineer, I'm in an engineering degree right now. And I was curious.
What are we? Dude, I'm zip, electrical engineer.
Oh. No, I'm kidding.
Dude,
I'm in mechanical right now.
Mechanical. What up, my mechanical homie? How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, it is every day you're not blowing your brains out is a great day.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. The fact that you're still kicking, and that's what matters,
Yeah,
should be proud of
honestly,
that.
I'm not doing bad in any of my classes too right now, but I'm only a sophomore, so we'll see how bad it gets.
It gets worse. Just gonna lay it out flat for you. It gets worse. It gets worse, but that doesn't mean like you're gonna struggle more. It just means like you're gonna have to be more prepared and put more work. But if you don't, you will struggle more. Just so you know.
Whew.
Yeah, hey, but like, don't worry about it.
My ass right now. Hopefully, I can pull through.
Yeah, dude, you got this. Don't worry about it. Like, you can, like, I've realized that you could genuinely do anything if you really try to. Because like, one of my classmates who couldn't give a fuck about engineering, right? He just like clearly he made the wrong choice, but he went through it anyways because of parents and stuff. So he went through it anyways.
Man, that sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah, I'm doing engineering because I want to. My parents didn't push me or anything. I'm doing this because I like it. I love it. In fact,
That's good. It's same for me. It's both my parents and also my personal interest. But yeah, like the guy I was talking about, he did it just because his parents pushed him to, and he hated it and he struggled, but he passed. Like he was doing the bare minimum, but he passed. He wasn't interested in it. He didn't want to do it, but he passed, right? Because he had to pass. He wanted to pass, and that's it. So like, if imagine like you who actually wants to like study this, who's interested in it, who's willing to put the work, like you're getting way better, right? Versus the guy who didn't want to but still passed.
I've got A's and B's. Dynamics is kicking my ass, but other than that, I'm doing pretty damn good. I'd like to think, at least right now, I am.
That's good, bro. Be proud of yourself. Keep that momentum going, because it will slow down if you let it.
I do not. I'm not. I'm not expecting it to. I'm not. I will. Not, I'm trying to make sure that doesn't slow down. I need that scholarship money.
That's good, man. I hope you keep it seriously.
Yeah, that's a pretty good segue into some psychology questions that we got.
Oh yeah.
Like real
quick. Psychology.
Oh my god. Philosophy and psychology, both of them. Anyways, as you're saying with your friend that just did it for his parents, I feel like, I mean, obviously you want to make your parents proud, but to some degree you have to allow yourself some happiness and some choice in the matter. Like, he really just made himself suffer just so his parents could be happy, but if you think about it, was his parents happy in the end that he stuck through it, or were they happy that he just has a successful job and has money now? Because I think that's what it was about. I
think it's mostly about the successful job and money, probably.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. I mean, when you're a parent, right, and you want the best for your child, which is usually that's where it's coming from. You want the best for them, right? You don't think about what they want to do. You think about what's best for them objectively. So having a good career, that makes sense. Like, if you have a good career, you have a good job, you have good money, why wouldn't you be happy? It makes sense. It does make sense, by the way. Like, if you are working in a decent job, even if it's not something you're super into, if you're making good money and you're building a name for yourself, which then you can use to
do stuff you want to do.
To do stuff you want to do on the side, which is very normal. That's what most people do. They work jobs they don't want, so they can make the money to do things they actually do want. That's kind of like a safe way of doing things. But anyways, in their eyes, right, that's a healthy and progressive way to live. But like, at the same time, like, it's kind of fucking hard for the kid to actually choose what they want, because like you're 16 or 15 or 17, I don't know, and you're supposed to decide your career path for the rest of your fucking life. At least that's what you think.
Yeah, it's a very
right, but you have to decide for the rest of your fucking life, as a 15, 16-year-old with fucking, like, 1/5 of life experience.
It really
and you have to pretty much essentially establish what you want yourself to be in the future.
I just got lucky that I wanted to be in engineering, basically from the start. Like, I just got lucky that just stuck with me for like so long. Because otherwise, I would definitely be struggling in what I wanted to do if that weren't the case. Like, it's a real problem. It really sucks that's the reality people have to live.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. Wait, you want to say something?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it quick. But so in like the first year, right, there were, I think, maybe like 70, 80 people in the class, right? Like, familiar faces all around. But then, like, as the year progresses, second, third, fourth, that number just dwindles, right? So first year is like 70, 80, and then second year is like 50, and then third year is like 40, and then last year you only see like 25 people that you know, and everyone else left or failed their way out. I don't know. Like, let me tell you something. The people that left early, or like left in the second or even third year, those people that left, to be honest, I have a lot of respect for them, because I know that some of them left. They didn't leave the university, but they switched their majors. And I was like, honestly, yeah, that makes so much fucking sense. Like, sure, you could say that you wasted a year, but
I
think
they weren't trapped in what they thought they had to do. They broke out of the mold, essentially.
Yeah,
and I don't think. Exactly. I don't think it's a wasted year, even like if you spent a year.
The only reason why it's seen that way is
it takes that long to discover yourself.
Yeah, it's the time you spent in it, but mostly it's because of how much money you probably had to pay for that year.
That does suck, but if you had to take those kind of hits and waste that money and time in order to figure out what you truly want to do, like what you are willing to struggle for, then I think that is absolutely worth. Because what's the value of your future, right? Like what is it? Like a year's worth of time in like college tuition or university tuition, right?
Like the 50 you have left, like
it's like even 60 or 70, like you're
you know what I mean though.
Yeah, no, I get you. But to me, when I heard that my friend, like, he came up to me and he's telling me he's studying sales, because I didn't see him, he's like, I'm studying sales now, or marketing, or business. I'm like, honestly, good for you, because like he told me, I really like it. Like, it's actually it's thing is, he didn't say it's easier. You know what he said? He said it's still hard, but I like it. So
that's what you want. That's legit what you want. That's you want something that you genuinely interested in, and it's not like an easy baby mode where you can actually learn from it and build off of it.
Nothing's ever going to be easy.
Exactly. So what clicked in my head, like some things are easy, by the way. Some things like are easier for you. Maybe like business are hard for you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
just the way like people's brains works and shit like that.
Exactly. But like what I thought, like what clicked in my head. Was the fact that this guy decided to. Fuck! I'm having a brain fart. I think I'm like losing my process.
You wanted to fuck?
No. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Right. So what clicked in my head is that every major has, regardless of what you pick, every major will come with its own set of challenges and struggles and difficulties. So it's not whether or not, it's not like what's like the easiest to do, right? It's not a question of what's the easiest. No, it's a question of what struggles or what hits are you willing to take for your field, right? Engineering is super hard, but so can business and marketing. They can be super fucking challenging. So which one of these like struggles, which one of these negatives, which one of these hits are you willing to take and still be able to move on? Because like you're gonna get hit no matter what you do, right? No matter what you do, they're always, whatever you take, it's gonna be difficult and it's gonna make you sweat and struggle and cry. But which of these, like which of these majors is worth all that, right?
Yeah. I mean, those are like, that's just straight up just words to live by. Like this is just good advice.
That's how it works, by the way. Yeah, not even if you're not going to academia, like you're just doing a career, like I don't know, like technician, I don't know, car repair, I don't know, but just something you want to do is something you should genuinely feel interested in and feel like you're learning from.
You know, technicians and car mechanics, even plumbers, actually make a big bang.
Because,
I
mean, they're super important to our society.
Exactly, and not everybody wants to grow up and be a plumber, so it kind of gets desaturated. So some plumbers with very specific skills that people need can literally start off a business and charge you like however much they want, because you won't find another plumber that does the thing you want to do. So they can make a literally mad money fixing a fucking toilet. It's crazy.
I assume it's not even that hard to like wrap your head around, because you just have to know like the plumbing system and like different kind of models and parts and all that. And then once you master that essentially, and you essentially master the techniques like used to fix it, like you could easy make bank.
Those guys, mechanics and plumbers, they're basically like super specialized engineers. So
yeah, to a degree,
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, it's still very important. It's still very technical. You would need to spend some amount of time, maybe not as much as engineering, but you would need spend a lot of amount of time and headache, and even trial and error to like learn like the mechanical structure of a car or a car engine, right? But not everyone's willing to do that, because not just because like they're lazy, but just because like, oh wow, this is like gritty work. I'm not meant for this. This is too low for me. Which is, that's like the mentality some people have with these jobs.
Yeah, it's like. But they put in the work. Though. Like,
put in the work, put in the hours.
Okay. I have something that I want to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so with this conversation, I relate to it quite a bit, especially the part where people leave their classes after a year, because I'm going through a program right now that lets me go to school for free, but I wasn't allowed to pick the career path that I wanted, because if I did, I would not be able to find work quickly at all. So I had to choose my second option, and I'm coming to find out that I would not want to do this for that long at all. So originally I wanted to get into film and well, not film and animation, but just film and shit. And I was told that it would be literally impossible to find anything here where I live. So I decided to go into computer, just like get my certification.
Right.
So when now I'm doing that, and I don't, I've come to find out I don't like it that much.
Right.
Like filmography or computers?
Filmography. I mean, computers. I
Yeah.
have to do computers.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Like you took a chance and you now know that that wasn't for you.
Yeah, I'm not that into it at all. I'm much more into film and
That's good.
stuff like that.
I get it.
But I have to go through my stuff, and I'm doing an internship and stuff like that. So
Right.
I guess after that, I guess I'm gonna have to start going for what I want to actually do with my life.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so I truly do respect the people who are able to change their majors in school, especially after a year of doing it.
Especially with the
Right.
burden of knowing that it could be a huge waste of money. But if
Of
you're willing to
course.
look past that, like genuinely, I think your happiness overall is more important than some financial situation.
Dude, that's true. Let me tell you like another like a small story about this. My friend, right? Really good friend. We've been like over a decade long, and like he opened up to me. Or like I know like beforehand, he always told me like how he would change majors. It was mainly because of his dad. And at one point, he actually came to my university. Like he would switch universities, and at one point, he was in my university, and he did engineering for like a semester or two. I don't remember. And then he realized, not for me, right? And he kept switching. His dad really wanted him to do civil engineering, but he didn't. And obviously, his dad wasn't too happy with like what he eventually chose, which is political science. But he tells me he's genuinely fucking happy with political science, and he's about to graduate, by the way. Like I think this semester, and he's done. And I told honestly, like I told him, like he told me that he's really upset of the fact that he wasted so much time. Like some of his friends are already graduated or done with their studies, or like almost done with their studies, and he was like still there picking what he had to do or just starting out. And honestly, I talked to him, and it honestly made total sense that he'd feel that way. I get it. I gave him my own opinion about it, which was the fact that honestly none of that fucking matters. Like whatever people might say of like the wasted time or being indecisive with your major, none of that fucking matters, because what's important is that you went through all that to eventually decide what you actually want, which is political science. Like had you not gone through all of that, you wouldn't really have known that maybe you didn't want to be an engineer, maybe you didn't want to do marketing or business or whatever the fuck, right? You figured out that, oh, you want to do political science, and now you're almost done with it, and you're actually going to work with political science, and you spent some time looking for that, and that time is absolutely well spent, because now you're about to graduate with a degree in something you genuinely want to do, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like in your life, you're going to waste time.
about it, Manuel.
Yeah.
Your situation is super similar. Like you're basically going through a major right now, and like once you're done with it, now you can try to go through with your filmography like stuff. But like even if that doesn't work out, you have something to back up, like, which is something that a lot of people don't have too, is like a backup plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Continue.
I was just gonna say that the whole thing is like starting a business. You're most likely it's not exactly like starting a business. The risks are a little lower.
You got to take the risk to get the gains.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like your first business will most likely not work out, but that doesn't mean you should feel like a failure just because your first option didn't work out or your first venture didn't work out. Because like that's kind of like how it is with 70% of everyone. So why should you feel like shit for it? That's kind of expected, right? Nothing unexpected happened. That's what should happen, or that's what typically happens. Just the point is, pick up the pieces, take what you learned, and try again, and keep doing that. until you actually fucking get it right, which you eventually will because you're doing it so many times and you learn the kinks and the routes you should take. So like you're this is the process. People think like, oh, I fucked up, I'm out of the process, I'm behind. No, you fucking idiot, this is the process.
That reminds me, I heard a quote, I don't know what it is exactly, but it said the master has failed more times than the beginner has tried.
True. That's I've heard that quote before. That's true.
Yeah, it's you can't master something or you can't be successful in something unless you're willing to move through the setbacks.
True.
Okay.
This is the most serious of a podcast we've ever had.
I know, that's nice. This guy's actually good to talk with. Yeah, you're really good to talk to.
Hey, thanks. You too. You guys are really fun.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay, I just want to... I don't want us to stay on academia for too long. I do want to stay in philosophy, so I want to ask you some... They seem like pretty surface-level questions, but I'm curious what your thoughts on them are. It's, what is the meaning of life, and do you accept death? So answer those how you will.
Oh, bro, dude, that's fucking... See, that I don't want to say that it's difficult. It's just that I don't know. Like, if you want my personal opinion on it, I can give it to you. My personal opinion on the meaning of life is nothing. I don't think there's a meaning of life. I don't think there is an end goal to it. Personally, I think it is whatever you make it to be. Because, like, if we were somehow created from like the fucking cosmic, for like a fucking cosmic fluke, right? Like the fucking universe wouldn't give a shit. It's like no different from you. I don't know, fucking. It's no different from a bird like pooping a seed into like some land, and that plant just sprouts. Is it gonna be like, oh, what's the meaning of my life? No, it got fucking shat on randomly.
You just got you just got shat out.
you just existed. Like, do whatever the fuck you want with it. That bird didn't have a plan with you. It just shot you out. Like, who gives a shit?
That's a really good metaphor. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's really good.
But like, it's just whatever the fuck you make it out to be, which personally I think that's so much better, because if we all had one specific goal, which not everyone ever will. Mm-hmm. Like, when there is a single route or a single objective, there is, statistically speaking, there will always be those who diverge a little or just don't make it, and then those people are going to feel like shit because, like, oh wow, I'm not doing the thing everyone else is supposed to do, or whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. So now you end up feeling like shit because you're not fulfilling some predetermined goal, which, if there is one, which I don't think there really is, to be honest. Personally, again. But when someone does come and tells me, like, this is what I think I should do, this is my meaning, I'm like, you are absolutely right, because that's what he feels his meaning is, because he's figured it out for himself, from himself, and that to me makes sense. Like, if someone comes up and he's like, I want to be kind and charitable and give away, give like a lot to people, give back to people. I'm like, and he tells me, like, because that's what you're supposed to do as a human being. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're right. Like, that's what you want to do, go for it. And then another guy comes in, he's like, I want to be the best fucking, gigolo in the universe, because, like, I want to make people happy with my sexy bod. I'm like, you know what, fuck yeah. Like, if that's what you feel satisfies you and, like, helps you, fucking go for it. It's
like with the meaning of life, I've been like, I work all the time and I just have so much free time to think. I was thinking about it, and truly the meaning of life is just kind of selfishness. Like, you just do what makes yourself feel the best. I mean, there's obviously some rare cases of people who just give, and that's what their life is. Like, they dedicate themselves to helping others, and I'm definitely not one of those people. But, like, those people who do that, like, I'm very proud of them, and I'm very happy that those people exist. But the meaning of life essentially is just selfishness, if you think about it. Not to be like an asshole, but to make sure you are your happiest. And then if you're looking at it like from a wider perspective, like, what is the meaning of life, like, for species as a whole? Like, species, we just survive. That's what we do. We're animals. We just try to prolong our existence. But at that point, what is the end goal of just surviving? Because humans are the closest thing to understand the universe, and if you think about it, what is the question that could give us meaning, essentially, without being selfish? Like, what is a one question that we could discover in the universe that could be an end goal? Like, oh, we can reach the center of the galaxy, and then a goofy-ass robot will tell us we did it, yay! Like Spore. But...
Or you just get teleported back to like where you started, like No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I just feel like there's no real end goal with humanity in general. Like, genuinely, while you're alive, you should just spend it doing what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, maybe there is like some fucking
I'm gonna
giant,
head
like,
to climbing, so-
omnipotent
Opening
fucking
the door so
like
Shane's on the side,
planet-sized
hang out
robot
with
in the
you,
center,
yeah.
right? But like maybe it's like there's a robot in the center waiting for us to reach it. For all I fucking know, who knows?
Yeah.
But even if there was, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to live by that, right? Like you're gonna die eventually, so you might as well live it in a way that it makes you happy. Like it's
That's
cheesy,
pretty
but
much
really
exactly
like
how I feel about this like topic.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be happy. But
And
on the
Yeah. Do you accept death now is the next question, because understanding the meaning of life is very important, but now it's the acceptance of that every mortal thing dies, and can you essentially allow yourself the perspective of just laying back and allowing things to take its course in life?
The fuck? Since when did we ask questions like this on this show?
Oh my god, when this guy was interesting. When this guy was interesting is when we started.
I'm joking, but that is a very good question.
Dude. No. Honestly, it's a really good question. So me personally, have you guys ever like heard of? Have you heard of Stoicism?
No.
Stoicism, yeah.
Yeah, like
Through
being like
PewDiePie.
stoic, like people like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
That's all I know. Is
No,
from
no.
him.
I watched like a video where he taught, like he gave like a book, an example of a book. I think it was he gave Meditations, like the book written by Marcus Aurelius, which is really good fucking book on Stoicism. I'm just like an amateur when it comes to this. I'm just getting into it recently. But Stoicism is essentially just not giving a fuck. To put it like very crudely, there's a lot more to it than that. But essentially, to like more specifically, it's the practice of not giving power or not giving thought or care to things that are not in your control. So for example, if it starts raining, like it's a really shitty weather, you can't control it. So I complain about it, like why bitch over it? Why ruin your own day? Like you ruin your own like mentality for the day just because it's a shitty weather. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. So you could either choose to be sad about it, like that. And I mean that words. I put emphasis on choose, because you do have some control over your mind. So you can choose, or most people do at least, but you can't choose to be upset about it, or you can choose to fucking move on. Right? Cool. So it's the same thing with death, right? It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. So there's nothing you can absolutely, like, fuck all. You can be as scared and anxious as much as you like, but there's nothing you can really do about it, right? It won't change a damn thing. It'll just make you more anxious and more depressed to think about it. But it won't solve the problem, right? It won't change it. Unfortunately, it won't change it. I wish bitching about it would, or I wish bitching about anything would change.
You know, you're right. I wish bitching about it made me not die.
Yeah. I really imagine you could bitch your way out of death. That would be so fun.
You go to the gates
I
of
wasn't
heaven,
supposed to die.
like,
What?
God himself, and then he was like, sorry, son, you died," and you're like, "Well, I don't want to fucking die, you asshole!"
Yeah, motherfucker. What am I doing here?
What the fuck, God? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like, you just annoy God so much that he's just like, "Alright, fine, fuck," and he just puts you back.
I think there's an episode of Family Guy where that happens.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
What?
I forgot. Not Family Guy. There's an episode of a cartoon where that actually happens, where somebody annoys God and they put him back on Earth because he's so annoying.
Oh, I think that happened in Curb Your Enthusiasm too.
Really?
I've only watched one episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Larry David died, and then he went up to heaven, and then like he annoyed the angels so much they put him back to like, and he survived. Like he was in the hospital, but like he was dying. But then the angels were annoyed by him so much they put him back, so he survived the like transplant or whatever the fuck was going on.
That's really funny.
Well, I guess I'll segue from. Oh, continue.
Can I add one more line?
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Right. So there was this line, right? It was I don't know if you guys have heard it before. It's memento mori, right? And what that
I've
means,
heard
it's
that
like
phrase before. I don't know
It's
what it
Latin
means.
for remember that you will die, or remember that you are immortal, right? So apparently, like, there was this like emperor. I don't know if it was Marcus Aurelius or someone else. To be honest, I'm not sure. But anyways, there was this like fucking ruler who, after every battle, he has this like fucking dude just walking next to him, reminding him, just constantly saying memento mori, like saying that you will die one day, you will die one day. So like it's kind of like a way to like humble himself, like the emperor, to remember that even after this successful battle, even with all the cheering, even with all with the victory and all that shit, with the glory, even with that, he has to remember that he will die one day. So he shouldn't let that get to his head, and just be modest, and to remember that death is coming, so that means you should make your life more important, more meaningful, right? Create priority because of the fact that it will end eventually.
Yeah.
So
actually,
that's like another thing in Stoicism.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just I guess a little segue from this, still talking about death,
Right.
is that it's interesting to think that some people, I guess, are so afraid of it that they will limit their life because of it. Like, they won't experience like things that they normally would have, I guess, if they didn't fear that death was an outcome of that. Even if it was a like super low probability, they would still have never experienced it just by the fear of it alone.
Right.
And,
you're exactly right.
And it's just, it's like, if you're gonna die anyways, why would you limit yourself to things that you think would be enjoyable? Like, obviously I'm not telling you to like go do things that you would never want to do, but if you would want to do something but you just are fearful of the consequence of death, then I just feel like, are you really living at that point?
Yeah, that's actually like I think that's a problem a lot of people face, is that they're too afraid by, not just by death, but like by death should be a driving factor, but they're too afraid of their own insecurities or other people's opinions, which is such a fucking common problem. And I'm still doing this, by the way. You can be aware of it. You can be aware that you are wasting time because you care too much about other people's opinions and you're feeding into your insecurities. You can be super fucking aware of it and still do it, because it is just so internalized in our brains. So it is hard. Like, I'm not saying just, oh, guys, wake up, you're doing this because of ABC.
I wish it was that easy.
If it was that easy, then whoever's not doing it,
the Earth would be such a better place.
It would be. Like, because like I want to be like, oh, these people they're living lives poorly just because they don't know this like unique fact I fucking discovered because I'm so fucking smart.
Yeah,
it's just like so wired.
Yeah, it's like these people want them to have an eye-opening experience, but nobody else can ever have you experience something unless you're willing to experience it. So if, let's say, you're just insecure about something, if you're never willing to ever overcome that insecurity, like, you're not willing to like think about all the perspectives from it, think about, like, for me, especially when I was growing up, just how silly it is to worry about other people's opinions. Like, it seems like not really a waste of energy, but just something so silly to like worry yourself about.
Right. Yeah. And that's something people do every day, including me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this kind of transitioned away from what the original question, but I was gonna say something about the like fear of death. That I mean, as someone who like believes in God, I do believe that there's like a heaven and stuff like that. But to people that don't, the fear of death is actually kind of, I feel like it can detract you from doing things that you would otherwise like. I know what you were saying about how we're all gonna die anyways, so like why not do the things, like, even if you like fear like that death could be a consequence of it. Well, the thing is,
I want to like really just put like real quick. I didn't intend to mean that like just because you're gonna die doesn't means that you should just be reckless as fuck.
Oh yeah. No.
I meant that like you are going to die, or like you are going to die. That is unavoidable. So within the short time that you gracefully have, use it as much as you can to make yourself happy. That doesn't mean.
Oh yeah. The way Jacob was. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just the way that I took the way that Jacob was saying it. It seemed like basically like Jacob was basically saying that why fear death as a consequence if you're gonna die anyways? But that's like, I feel like that shouldn't be the case, because to a lot of people this is all we have is.
I didn't. I think it's like my bad. I never really answered your question about the fear of death. Just that the acceptance of death. I think even if you accept something, you can still, like me personally. By the way, I am afraid of it. To answer your question real quick, because I love life so much, or like its potential, that I do fear it. But not to the point that it stops me.
Yeah. Real quick, just building off what you said,
Go ahead, sorry.
I do accept death like as a concept. But right now, if I were to die, I would be extremely disappointed because I'm 20 years old, and I still have so much more life left in me, and so much more I could experience.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. That was just my fault, I guess.
It's all good.
You're good, bro.
Yeah, I can't really explain my personal thoughts on it. Like, if I were to die, that would suck. Like, I'm obviously not going to do something to get myself killed, but if the circumstances were I was gonna, like, the world was gonna end today, I would accept it, because I'd be like, well, there's nothing I can do. I lived what I lived, and there's no way I can.
The world was gonna end. Everyone else would be dead too.
Stoicism, yeah.
Yeah. But like, if I had the choice to attack a gunman, I probably wouldn't, because the probability of me dying from that is really high. And if he's not going crazy shooting people, then I'm willing to take the chance that he just wants some money or some shit.
Yeah. But
This is like, I didn't know that we could have conversations like this while recording.
Yeah. All it takes is one good voice.
I'm baffled, dude. Like, I'm speechless.
It's all part of the service.
Yeah, man. It's like, and then at the end of the episode, you're like, that'll be $4.
That'll be $24.
At the end of the episode, he's like, that'll be $4.
Your time is almost running out. You guys, you're a half hour.
Ooh, sorry guys. Looks like we passed the
30-minute I say
mark.
we've kind of gone over our time. I'll
just overcharge you.
I'm gonna have to pull out all philosophical and like thought-provoking conversations now, and
it's just gonna be one going, okay.
So this is
I'll
the
have to
kind
limit it to generic conversations. How was the weather?
How's the weather? Small talk.
Pretty good.
I was like, we've gone over our time for the philosophy question.
Yeah.
I mean, if you still want to talk, we can talk about other things like
I have a cat named Gerbil.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for the Deep Thought DLC package for my e-pal. So yeah,
Deep Thought DLC. That's pretty good.
Okay,
like $30 more.
Yeah, last thing on philosophy. It's a question that Sammy got in his philosophy class, and I'm gonna read it out, and he'll explain it better if you don't understand it. But here it is. It's like a
whole thing.
Yeah, just so he understands the concept. That way he can answer it. Okay. So it's called the prompt is the teletransporter, and it says, I enter the teletransporter. I have been to Mars before, but only by the old method. A spaceship journey taking several weeks. This machine will send me at the speed of light. I merely have to press the green button. Like others, I am nervous. Will it work? I remind myself that I have been told to expect. When I press the button, I shall lose consciousness and then wake up at what seems a moment later. In fact, I shall be unconscious for about an hour. The scanner here on Earth will destroy my brain and body while recording the exact states of all my cells. It will then transmit this information by radio, traveling at the speed of light. The message will take 3 minutes to reach the replicator on Mars. Then this will create out of new matter a brain and body exactly like mine. It will be this body that I shall wake up. Though I believe that this is what will happen, I still hesitate. But then I remember seeing my wife grin. What is this ending part? I didn't read this ending part. I remember seeing my wife grin when, at breakfast today, I revealed my nervousness as she reminded me she has been often teletransported and there is nothing wrong with her. I press the button as predicted. I lose and seem at once to regain consciousness, but in a different cubicle. Examine my new body and no change at all. Even the cut on my upper lip from this morning's shave is still there.
So basically the idea is that like everyone's like uses like let's say that you're in a reality where like this is a device that people use. They're everyone thinks it's normal. They just like use it all the time, like as like a form of travel, where they have their like cells all like copied and then sent to another area to like recreate their body in like with different cells, obviously.
Right.
And then they destroy your old one.
Right.
And the idea is like it's just basically asking, would you do it? Do you think you would be the same person on the other side as you are from the beginning? Because there's different like ideas of what this falls under, like questions of personal identity. I don't know if you've heard of that before. And it falls under question of personal identity, and there are different theories of what people think your personal identity is, of like what you are, like not who you are as a person, but what we are, like and the question is basically, do you think you're the same person once you're in the other side?
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, this it's so funny. Have you guys seen Invincible before?
The show?
Invincible?
Yeah, the show
Invincible.
Invincible.
I've seen it.
Have you guys finished it?
Yeah,
I finished all the way through what we have right now.
Okay. Do you guys remember episode 7? I don't want to get into spoilers, but it touches on exactly this topic. Where in episode 7, you know who tries to make a clone?
Yeah.
You remember that? He tries, and he does when he wants to make a clone of himself, and transfer his brain or mind to that clone.
Yeah, and he's not sure if his
copy his brain and mind.
And
he's
not
clone.
sure if his other consciousness will still be there.
Who's gonna come out from the other side?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, basically that's basically this question. And there's different versions of it. Not different versions of it, but like there's different like things to add on to it. Like what happens if like there's a delay. The delayed case is when the other body on the other side is made, but like the machine doesn't kill you until like after the other body is made, and then it kills you basically. So basically there's like a point in time where you both coexist at the same time.
Yeah.
And there's other like versions of it, and basically like it basically like says there are different versions to like get you to think like, are you the same person on the other side? Do you think you would still be that person, or is that a different person that's like exactly like you but they're still different?
Right. Okay. Dude, that is a pretty fucking... That's like a good question of like I see like the identity crisis that you would have is like this next person is exactly like me. Even like if he's just like maybe it's not actually me, or it is like me but like a different me. So this me right now dies. Like that's it is very it's a mind fuck.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you know like Rick and Morty, like when Rick Rick's died multiple times, like the actual Rick died multiple times. Like there are scenes where he shoots his blood or something, like a piece of him, into like a monster, and then a baby of him that grows like very rapidly spawns, and then his like old body dies because he got killed. Mm-hmm. Like that Rick died, and the new one is not the same him. It's him with the same memory, but the old one actually died. So, like, what are we watching? Like, who's the real you? And like, are you okay with that? Like, continuing? And you know, when you kind of like, this is like a bit of a stretch, but when you think about it, this is kind of like having children, right? Like the children you have are kind of gonna like build off to the next generation, and you're just like feeding them your information. You're giving them a piece of you. Yeah, your knowledge, which is kind of you, like what you know and what you do, what you understand. That's you when you think about it, and you're handing that down to the kid, and they'll have to use it as much as they can, or like whatever they want to, and you're hoping that you will carry on to the next person, and you don't care what happens to this current you because you're going to die, so it's fine. But as long as the information that you built gets carried on, you're fine with that. And that's like the idea of humanity, right? Like we carry on to the next phase. So if you knew you're gonna die if you press that button, but another you will carry on with that information, can you be fine with that? It's still you.
It's the saying, you can kill the man, but not the idea.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Yeah. What was the original question? Would I be fine with the thing?
What?
Yeah.
What was the original question?
Just would you do it?
Would I do it? I don't know. Probably. Like if I had no other choice, yeah.
No, like this, you have a choice. You could do this, or you could take a spaceship. You could take a spaceship, which will take several weeks to get to Mars.
You did not tell me this when you asked me this question.
It says in the prompt.
Yeah, it says right there.
It's implied.
It says right there.
Doesn't it say you could fucking use a... Oh my god.
It says it right there, Jacob.
Yeah, it says right there. Like,
yeah, I
I
see that it says you could take a spaceship there.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just look. It's like, yeah, what? But like, that's what it said. Yeah, that's what it says. I mean, I guess I didn't mention it at first because I don't know. I wasn't thinking that. Sorry.
You know what? No, leave the. I'm kidding.
Since there is a since your wife has said she's been teletransported before, that should make it more comforting to get on. But if this is my first time doing it, I don't think I'd want to. I think if I had a choice to take a rocket ship, I think I would go on the rocket ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like old voyages at that point. It's like an old ship voyage.
Really? I would not be fine with my atoms being...
Because the way that I saw it, the way that I answered the question, you can tell me how you answered it, Jacob, because I think you had like a somewhat different idea than I did, is that I said that I wouldn't take the teletransporter because I follow, I guess, the soul theory in a way, but like the thing is, I would think that if the other person could coexist with me at the exact same time as I exist, like if we could exist at the same time, then that's a different like soul in that person. That's a different person completely. And once I'm dead in the teletransporter, then the way that I've come to experience life as I know it would cease to exist, and the other person would just like they would continue off of where I left off. That's for sure, but I wouldn't be experiencing through their eyes like I've come to know how to experience through mine.
Damn. It's when you think about it, like in kind of a spiritual, religious point of view, like so what is a soul, right? Like in that case, what are you? Like, is the new you an empty shell? Like what's going on? You know?
Yeah, that's what. That's why I've struggled with this too, because like obviously this thing doesn't exist, but I don't know what would happen to my soul. Would my soul would that be a different soul in there, or would it be an empty husk until my soul goes to that body? But I don't think that would be the case. I feel like it would be an entirely like different soul in that person if we could exist at the same time. Then that would be an entirely different soul. So therefore, I would no longer experience life the same way as I would normally, and I would cease to exist if the teletransporter destroyed my body.
Right. There's a lot of ways to look at this, and this is why it's a hard question. It's a philosophical question, you know.
Yeah.
Hypothetical one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. When Sammy was asking me the question, I proposed, like, I delved deeper into it to get really a very, very specific idea of how this works, and obviously me and Sammy talked about it, and I gave my full explanation to him, so I won't say everything exactly as I did, because it was fresh in the moment, but essentially what I said is I was first curious if this machine worked perfectly, because mathematically you can do things perfectly, but when it comes to reality, like, you're never going to be 100% with something. Like, I don't think anything in real life other than mathematics, which is made up, is 100%. So in order to rely on this machine to copy every single one of your molecules, atoms, neurons 100% is just way too unlikely. Like, theoretically, if this were perfect and I knew for a fact that like 100% probability was real, and it could create an exact copy of me, I would be more willing to do it. But if this were to happen in reality, I would heavily not do it, just by the sheer fact that mutation or just like a 99.999% probability would change me in a way that I couldn't comprehend at that moment.
Right.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, though, we're saying this is perfect.
Yeah. And
right. I mean, you can think about it. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, in this perfect scenario, I was talking with Sammy about the soul idea, and if this was theoretically perfect, it would take into account all variables, and if the soul theory is real, it would take into account that variable because it is perfect. So if it was a perfect machine and could account for all variables, it would then also transport the soul, because that is part of you. Even though it's not technically molecules, it would still be a perfect machine, because then it could genuinely transport all of your being.
Right. It's a lot to think about, huh?
Honestly.
Real deep shit.
Yeah.
Thank
God for my philosophy class, right?
Fuck yeah, bro. One semester of philosophy will fuck you up.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go. I'm actually really happy I took philosophy in university, even if it was one semester. It ignited a curiosity flame in me.
The curiosity. Just the random questions that you think about in day to day.
Yeah, seriously, it's fun.
It is really fun.
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to stay on philosophy? I have one other kind of question I could ask, or do you want to go to a new thing?
I have a philosophy question to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
If let's say that you go into your bathroom and you find a 14-year-old cat girl and she asks you to stuff her, would you do it?
Oh my god, you gotta answer this.
Okay, let's fucking chill. First of all, are you with the FBI, and was this the whole point of the fucking?
You got us. You got us.
You're too smart.
You almost caught me the last podcast. That was close. But you guys are getting clever. You guys are getting smarter. You got more than one person this time to ask me questions. I like that. Very. No, I would not.
But she's like, please, mister, stuff me.
Oh, are you kidding me? That would make me want to fucking leave. I'd jump out the window if I heard that. Even if she was
I said something really similar.
Wait, what did you ask him?
The 14-year-old cat girl in the bathroom question.
God, oh my god, that question?
Yes, we asked him that question.
I never even ask anyone that question.
And like, you know what I love? I love, like, from what you told me, like, this is like a very serious, the most serious podcast, and like,
it is.
And the fact that you never asked anyone that question except this, except me.
Yeah, that goes to show. That goes to show.
That does to show.
Anyways, Manoa would stuff her.
I know I wouldn't. I've answered this question.
I know.
The thing I would stuff her with is food, because all cat girls deserve to be fed.
She's probably hungry. She deserves head pats.
Exactly. I make some great omelets. Okay, make some fine ass.
I suck at cooking. I can obviously follow ingredients like in directions. But unless they're super specific and they give me free range at all, I'll probably fuck up the cooking.
Hey, bro.
Jacob, the way Eggy explains cooking, he makes it sound so easy.
I know, he makes it sound flawless.
I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah.
That dietitian? Yeah, just dead air.
Dead air, yeah.
I thought it was lagging for a second. I was like, what the shit?
I thought it was lagging for that happened like multiple times.
Yeah, but eggs are easy, dude.
Yeah, eggs are pretty easy. I can scramble some eggs. I can make over easy. I haven't ever made sunny side up.
You never made sunny side up eggs?
Like, those are like the most basic ones. You just put them on the skillet and just fry them.
You can flip it, but you have to be quick.
Yeah, that's what I did for over easy. Just flip it for like a second. Not a literal second, but like 5 seconds maybe. Just to coat over the yolk at the top.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do.
Yeah, because you don't want to cook the yolk and make it solid.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know it's called over easy, to be honest.
Yeah, that's over easy.
It's sunny side up, basically, right?
Yeah, sunny side is essentially the same thing as over easy.
Okay.
But you cook it from the top so that even the runny parts are cooked well, and like the layer, like a solid layer, is like created on the yolk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is really good.
What should we go to now? I feel like there's so much more we could ask this dude.
So I like the last few questions we have on the list.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
My question?
Yeah.
You actually want me to ask him that right now? Have you ever seen the show Everybody Hates Chris?
No, I haven't.
Are you up to date with American celebrities or news?
No, like we here don't really care so much.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, but like
we hate Americans. We hate every American.
Not like news, just like drama. Essentially, it's useless. I was just curious.
Yes, that one carries over here. Also, Everybody Hates Chris. I know it. I've seen clips of it, but I've never actually watched it.
No way, you heard of it.
It was literally it was a nothing question. I said it just to joke around, but
it's a good show though. It's good. Like it doesn't shy away from like getting into racial humor, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I like asking people their opinion on the Did you see the clip where Will Smith slapped
I
the
was
shit out of?
I was so fucking waiting for that.
So what did you think that Will Smith was justified?
Do you think it was real? First of all, do you think it was real?
I'm gonna be honest, at first I thought it was fake because I know that they always pull off stunts or like really wacky shit like this in the Oscars, but as like time progressed and everyone seems to be talking very seriously about it, even Chris Rock and Will Smith, and the Academy themselves are not, I think they're kicking him out, or they kicked out Will Smith or something. He left, right? So like from that, either they're really taking the joke that far, like it's so fucking elaborate that they're going to this extent and everybody's in on it, or it's real, which I wouldn't be surprised, like something for something like this to eventually happen. Honestly, I don't know, but like assuming it's real, I think no, I don't think he was justified, dude. Like the guy's okay. The guy said some stuff about his wife, which is it's very shitty stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like you should talk to him, and tell him like that is absolutely shitty, and you can have the public decide because that is shitty. But to come up to him on a stage in the night where you're supposed to celebrate everyone else's amazing accomplishments, right, and their feats, and you. Like it's two big fuck ups. One is that you assaulted the dude for saying some mean shit. Like what is this, kindergarten? Yeah. So, but don't get me wrong. It's what he said is horrible. No one's saying it's not. Of course it is, but it's not. It doesn't deserve physical assault. Number two, he took the spotlight away from everybody else, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, no one's talking about everything else. They're only talking about the Will Smith thing.
Yeah, even Will Smith himself, and even Jim Carrey. They both said that they both addressed that Will Smith said his actions took the spotlight away from people, and he really regrets that. So he recognizes that, and because it's true, like it fucking sucks. Like I mean, I think the only ones really winning here are Will Smith, Chris Rock, and the Academy, like the Awards Academy themselves, because this is getting a shit ton of attention, and there's as they say, there's no publicity, or bad publicity is good publicity, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The spotlight was taken away because like these people made such good movies this year. Like, can anybody here except me name what won Best Picture at the Oscars?
D's.
Yeah, that movie won D's.
The Batman is probably the only one that I can think of.
No, it was a movie called Coda, it's exclusively on Apple Plus.
Oh wow!
Hey, nobody here knew that. And it would have been better well known if Will Smith didn't fucking have a mental breakdown and slap this shit out of Chris Rock.
That was, I find it even funnier too because Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith probably know each other for a very long time now because one, they're in Hollywood, but also they did the Madagascar movies together, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Does Jada Pinkett Smith actually play Gloria?
Yeah, she really does. She actually plays Gloria.
Wait, what? His daughter?
What?
Wait, or no, Jada. Wait, Jada's his wife. Sorry.
Yeah. She plays Gloria in the Madagascar movies.
Wait, no fucking way!
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right? What the fuck?
Wait, that's so fucking funny. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm
It's a
being
weird
serious.
coincidence. It is a weird coincidence for sure.
Jada Pink. Oh my god. Wait, it says that his daughter did. He said Madagascar.
No, that was in the second movie though, and I think that's when they were, because it showed them as kids. She probably played Gloria as a child.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny. What the fuck?
I know, right?
Oh my god, that's
wow.
crazy.
But yeah, did you know that the slap, it initially got 16 million views in the first hour it was uploaded?
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm sure like everybody was like, as soon as it happened, or like literally a few minutes after it happened, they were like, Chris Rock, Will Smith slap, like they were looking for it because they want to save that, they want to share it.
Yeah.
The slap is in contention for the most viewed event in American history next to 9/11.
Really? That's pretty funny.
No, but that would be a very funny thing to actually be real.
Oh, yeah, that would be crazy if that was real.
I love America so much, bro, that shit like this can get popular. And it's not even surprising. Like, it makes sense that shit like this would get popular. It's so fucking
just random bullshit.
I swear to God, dude. It's so great. This is like one of the main reasons everyone here loves America. Like, everyone outside of America.
Oh, okay. That's honestly, that really, really well transitioned into a question Jacob had that was, what do you know about America?
I know about all the bad shit.
All the bad shit.
Okay, so like something you guys should know, like this especially applies to Dubai in the UAE, is that a lot of people actually try to be very Western. It's kind of like America's like the cool kid in high school, right? Everybody wants to be
that's
Western
like
style.
Every country basically tries to be like America since like World War II.
As much as people shit on America, everybody wants to be America. It's not even funny. Like everyone genuinely wants to be America, and like I said, America's like that cool kid or cool group of kids, and everybody just wants to be part of that, right? Which is why like so many people move to America from my country and other countries, right? And not only that, in places like Dubai, even in some places in Egypt, they try to adopt American or Western practices or Western cultures, right? The way you dress up, the way people talk, the way people act, like things like that. They get westernized. Even the way people do business, they try to westernize it.
Yeah.
Because they love America and they love what it stands for, and they love the
That's interesting.
Yeah. It kind of sucks too in a way, because it almost feels like the whole like everyone trying to be America almost like somewhat like diminishes a lot of their own like cultural aspects that like are unique to them.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll ever get rid of that, right?
No, of course not. It's just like it kind of just becomes like a little like muddled in a way, if you know what I mean. Like
yeah, I get it.
It
becomes a mixing pot.
Yeah, but I guess that's also good in its own way, like for like everything to just like be able to like coexist and like take from each other to like make something new and unique in itself.
Yeah.
The funny part about America is that I assume the main influential cities are just the really popular cities like New York, Los Angeles, just like those kind of cities. But if you think about it, the majority of like land mass for the U.S. is farmland and just middle of nowhere, like fucking states.
Can I tell you guys a stat that I just learned?
What?
Apparently, I don't know how accurate this is. I was just like watching a YouTube video today, very interesting YouTube video by the way. And they gave a statistic which was very fucking interesting, and the statistic was that 41% of America plus 8% of America is given to cows and the food that feeds the cow. Cows.
I wouldn't doubt that, honestly. Much farmland. So much farmland.
Half the fucking land is for the cow. It's fucking nutty. I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah.
Oh,
we love our burgers, not gonna lie.
One of the things I found out from watching like a foreign video is a lot of people, especially in Europe, don't understand. No, they don't, it's not that they don't understand. They just never realize that America is so big that Americans are really used to driving for like hours at a time to get someplace, and everywhere else in like Europe, it's like an hour if you're going like cross country or you're going somewhere else. But for America, you're just going like hour drive to like, I don't know, get halfway across the country.
It's because a lot of their countries are the kind of like they're kind of like states to us, because they're so close together that like and they're like so small like individually that it's basically like us traveling to another state.
Exactly.
Right. I actually do have an opinion on that. It's one of my favorite things about America. I've always loved this idea, or like this fact that America is cut into 50 states, and each one of these states, as far as I'm aware, have their own subcultures, their own history, their own economics, their own business, their own people, which essentially makes it feel like they're different countries, these different states. And I thought that's so fucking cool, because like the idea that people can go from like a vacation to you guys is going from like, I don't know, from Florida to California, like from one state to another. That's a vacation. To me, it's going to a completely different country. But no, you guys can stay in the same country, and that's a vacation. I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Because like in Dubai is like really small, right? And for us, a road trip is like going from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, right? Which is, by the way, like an hour, like at maximum an hour ride, right? And that's a fucking road trip, right? You just go there for an hour, have like chill maybe in the desert, have a camping trip, and then come back, right? That's a vacation to some people, a road trip.
Yeah, honestly, America has so many different biodiversity. The only thing I don't think it has is a rainforest. That's just it's too high above the equator to have a rainforest. But it has almost everything else. It has a desert, high mountain peaks, snowland, flatland, wetland. It has so many things here.
Oh, sick. Honestly,
it is really cool.
It really is. I really like that. I really like that about America, the biodiversity.
Yeah.
But cultural diversity.
Yeah, what you're saying about the States is majority true. I just feel like it doesn't have like a lot of historical impacts that like Europe does. The only thing that we would have that is kind of like that is like Native Americans. And
a lot of our historical impact is inadvertently caused by Europe
racism.
Too, so.
Oh yeah, and Europe.
Right.
But yeah, I do. Yeah, every state has like its own little niche to it. Some states are completely forgettable because they're mainly farmland, like and there's nothing special about them. But other places, like they're definitely distinguishable. Like New York people are very different from like Wisconsin people, even though they're kind of close to each other.
Right.
They're very different.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a sure difference between. It also depends on which part of the country you live in, because I'm pretty sure it's indistinguishable from people who live in Seattle than people who live in New York. Probably the way they talk, because for some reason people in New York have an accent.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
These are like, I'm walking it.
But
but they're both from like big ass cities that are
politically left leaning.
Yes, for sure. And they're also like metropolises. They're like really ginormous and have a lot of lights and shit. I would assume people who are from like the same parts that are like that are the same people, but they're not.
A lot of that can be chalked down to like what cultural influences from other countries has affected those states too. Though, like from where we are, we're very Hispanic, Mexican centered. A lot of our like culture here is very much like because of we're closer to Mexico and we're from the southeast. But like somewhere like New York, like there's a lot of like Italians that went there. From like in like Louisiana, French people were like took that area basically, and like just that's pretty. I feel like that's basically the reason why there's so much like crazy like cultural diversity in the U.S., which is really cool.
Yeah, that's right. It really is a melting pot of a lot of different communities, traditions.
Right.
It's really nice.
It is. Yeah, I agree.
But I hate California. Don't go to California.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. The United States, the news is so oversaturated with politicalness. It's really, really undesirable. I'm just curious if where you live, if political, like politics, is talked about a lot in the news or in general.
You mean like our local politics, right?
Yeah, just any kind of politics.
As every like country does, as every country has. Every country like has their own like set of problems, right? Like politically, I mean, so, like we do have problems. That's no surprise, but it's not as big as America's from like what I've seen, dude. Like you guys, like politics is in your blood, you know, like in your like so like in your cloud. Like I don't know how you guys breathe there from like the amount of like politics that goes around in. I don't just mean like governmental politics. I mean like social politics, right? Racial politics. So like everything is a problem, but at the same time,
everyone's okay with it.
Everyone's okay with it, or everyone's too sensitive, or everyone's not sensitive enough. It's just like fuck, you know. There's always too much or too little.
Yeah, they're just focusing on other things that aren't that important. There's so many worse issues in the world, and they're just finding fucking first world problems to talk about.
Here's something I'm interested in. Does where you're from, do the news stations talk more about American politics than your own local, or does it talk more about your local like politics?
So the thing specifically about Dubai that you guys should know is that it's very I told you guys we have problems. So the problem with Dubai, by the way, I'm no expert on this, just so you know. I'm just like telling you from my own observations. But like the problem with Dubai, and like most people can tell you this who have lived there as long as I do, is that Dubai likes to keep things clean and tidy. They like to put things under a rug. So it's illegal to talk against the UAE government, like just shit on them, get you kicked out of the country. Because like something you should know, like real quick, you should know about the country is that no matter how long you stay there, you never get a passport. So it doesn't matter if you live there for 5 years or 50 years, you will never get a passport. You will die there, and then they will ship your carcass to your country. That's how it works there. But that's kind of the deal you get, you know, from day one before you arrive. So that's just how it works.
Wow.
So you're always a guest. So as a guest, unlike America, you could say as much shit as you can, but they're not essentially gonna do anything to you just because you're saying some bad shit about the government. Like unless you defame or shit like that, of course. But
yeah, the worst thing they can do here is you just get booted off of a platform, and at that point, it's not really that bad.
They can't kick you out of your own country. You're a full-blooded American. You got a passport. You deserve. You have every right. There, you do not have a right. You have no right to say shit about. Again, you're a guest. Imagine someone coming to your house and then shit talks the owner or like you, right? You can just kick them out. But if they're a family member, that's going to be a lot harder. So that's essentially how the UAE works. Is that most people coming there, they're known as residents, like permanent residents, which is funny because it's not so permanent. You stay there as long as you can work there or have a company there, or you can buy your residency too if you have money, but that's expensive. But you'll never get a passport unless you marry a local. They're called they're Emiratis or just local. Yeah, wow. Which is kind of like hitting the jackpot for some people, because getting a UAE passport is extremely good, but you gotta be real shallow to aim for that. But anyways, in terms of politics, there isn't much of it. Like in terms of like shitty, like really heavy politics, like the ones you guys talk about in America, like really heavy stuff, especially about the government, because it's always Dubai's supposed to be clean. It's the perfect child. Any problems sweep under the rug. So there probably is a shit ton of problems, and there are, by the way. You can find some big controversies of Dubai. Dubai is not as clean as it looks, and you can. Same thing
he said about a lot of places, I'm sure, that like try to keep up an image like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like but China. Dubai is really fucking good at it. Like it's pretty.
Oh wow!
Thank God someone else said it. Thank God someone else said it. I was gonna say that. Jacob said China.
China.
Yeah, no, China does it, but people know they do it.
Yeah,
in Dubai, you can't tell. Dubai is so good at it.
But no one talks about Dubai since it's like
the perfect child.
Yeah, the difference between China and Dubai, the difference between China and Dubai is that they kind of do the same thing, but everybody wants to go to Dubai. Everybody wants to be in Dubai.
Yeah, China's just too big to hide everything. It's way too big.
Exactly, that's a really good point. Dubai was so... What's the special position about?
Oh, just Dubai? Like you said that they were like tiny earlier.
Exactly. That's the special position that Dubai has, is that it's very small, but also very wealthy. So they have much more control over its land, because by the way, I think Dubai has the most cameras, period, like in a country, like
I didn't know that.
per like square foot or per land or shit like that. It has more cameras, right, than most of the country, or the most.
That's
I think.
Crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
Insane.
Because they can afford to, because it's really fucking small. There's not much there's not a lot of places you can hide from, right?
Wow.
And yeah, and you don't have a passport there, so any small thing and you're kicked out. So even like the
they would find your ass, yeah.
They will find your ass, and they're really good at it too, because like they specialize. Like in a country where not a lot of problems are solved pretty easily, like. You steal something, you're kicked out of the country. You say shit about the government, you're kicked out of the country. You're a murderer, you're kicked out of the country. You're someone else's problem, basically. And that's like, it's a very effective solution for them, because you're not local, so why should they give a shit about you, right? Like, they have millions of people who want to come to the country and give it money, right, and work and live here. So why should we care about you, who is only causing problems? Like, we gain nothing from you.
Yeah.
So Dubai's, like, I think it's very good for them. Like, they're in a very prosperous position to do whatever the fuck they want.
Okay. Wow. Kind of staying on this topic. First, I want to preface this with, it's really hypocritical of the U.S. to really care about the Ukraine war while also not caring about any of the Middle Eastern wars. Like, really fucked up. But I'm curious what your thoughts on the Ukraine war are right now.
I don't really have much. I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about them. I have my uncle's wife. She's Ukrainian, and I wanted to like message her and check up on her, because I know she has family members in the Ukraine. But she told me that no, they're in the side where there's no war. So I was like, oh, okay. So I don't really have any connection to anyone living there, other than my own interest. Or curiosity, I mean.
I get that.
I just think it's fucked up, and Russia's kind of absolutely overstepping.
Yeah.
With their position, I don't fucking know what their reason is, honestly. Like, I don't know enough about the topic to give you a valid answer.
So I get that. It's really eye-opening that you don't have that much to talk about when all fucking American news has been oversaturated with this war. It is insane how many fucking articles and news topics are fucking talking about this shit. Like, every day they just are trying to get viewership on this fear-mongering over this war that we suddenly care about, because I assume it's another white country, because Middle East doesn't matter.
The thing is, the reason why we care about this and none of the shit in the Middle East is because we basically caused all the shit that's happened in the Middle East.
So they're like, we don't want to talk about it.
But I don't know. I mean, one thing that America's notorious for is that it over exaggerates shit. Like just recently, Corona, for example, that happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that blew up incredibly, like to the point, like even more so than what it actually is.
Wait, so you don't have Corona?
No, we have Corona here.
I know, I was joking.
I knew it. I wasn't sure if I should say it or not. We have Corona. We as a whole. So we have Corona in the country, but like it's talked about in moderation, like in a healthy way, right? Like Corona is a dangerous thing. Please be careful and be mindful.
Yeah.
In America, what I've seen, it's
super controversial. It's so incredibly controversial here. It's insane.
Literally, you cannot if your public opinion on the vaccine or like just information in general about this disease, this virus, goes anything against the public image or what like the mainstream media is saying, they will cancel you. I don't know if you know what cancel culture is. But
are you kidding me?
Yeah, they will cancel you, or they will do everything they can to what the fuck is the word? Delidify?
Deplatform you.
Yeah, deplatform, just unvalidify you. That you're just speaking nonsense, like bullshit. It's really annoying. Essentially, like I could only fathom, like in a small country, that like just everything is just taken at face value. There's no ulterior motives behind things. But with the U.S., you never know that. So then, you want to be on the right side of history, obviously. But because of the two-party system that we have here, it's so divided on everything, and nobody can just have something. And, like, you can obviously go into conspiracy theorists, which is that the rich are controlling the media, and that's a whole bag of worms that I don't think you'd want to get into. But it's awful.
Yeah. It's a fucking mess, honestly.
Personally, what I find really scary about this kind of stuff is people who are so for the government just telling us what to do. They're like, come on, inject this into your body. You don't even have to think about it. Like, are you kidding me? You're questioning this government, almost government mandated drug to insert into your body? Like, come on. You don't even have to think about it.
You're kind of sounding right-winged, Manuel, but I get what he's saying. He just wants people to have, like, the free will to decide whether or not they should have it.
You know what's funny? That's not a problem here, because you have to, like, it's kind of government mandated that you have to have the vaccine, and a lot of countries won't allow you to come in without the vaccine, which they have every right to do so, right? They're still very respectful. Like, if you don't want to take it, that's fine. You don't have to take it, but we will restrict you and limit you. And I don't know. I'm fine with that. I'm all for vaccines, mainly because the government isn't saying that just for fun. It's saying that because it's backed up.
I got my vaccine.
Yeah, so did I. I don't think I know it's kind of a little bit over exaggerating it. It's not government mandated because we're not literally forced to take it. There are still people that haven't been vaccinated and shit.
Right.
There are people who want it to be government mandated. Is my point. I was just overreacting a little bit to make it funny, but.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was trying to make a funny voice.
I could hear the character in his voice. Yeah.
All right.
So when I just hate how much people want to push it and tell you that you're wrong for being a little bit standoffish to the vaccine. I took it. I have it, but it's like I'm not going to tell you to take it. It's not my body to tell you to put something in your body that you don't want to put in your body, but people are saying, you're going to give it to someone. Like,
Yeah, it's a little hypocritical. Now that you mention that, it's a little hypocritical for people to be saying that, because the same people that say that are probably the same people that say the "my body, my choice" with the abortion thing. That's a whole nother fucking thing I don't want to get into.
For sure, I'm pretty sure those are the same people.
American politics and media is filled with hypocrisy because I assume you know Trump. Everybody here fucking hates him.
I know him. I was with him last week.
Oh, really? Anyways, like when the COVID started, he was president, and everybody was hating on him for not doing shit. And then then the vaccine comes out while he's still president, and everyone's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna take this Trump vaccine. Like, how can we trust this?" And then when Biden gets in, and the CDC are established, and then now all of a sudden it's a Democratic Party, they're like, "OMG, it's a vaccine!" Like nothing changed about it. They're like, "Oh, we gotta take this now."
I think it's like a classic story of like people redirecting problems.
It really is. It really is.
And like by proxy, vaccine became a Trump thing, and Trump is problematic, so vaccine is problematic. Like that's just very surface level thinking.
Yeah, it really is.
And also the Biden bucks also turned the kind of mix the waters too.
Biden bucks.
You know what I'm talking about? The stimulus checks.
Nah.
Those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like just so you guys know, like I do keep up with like American news and stuff. Like it's just we keep up with like American news and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we'll explain anything to you if you don't get it.
Yeah, sure. But like everything we've talked about so far, I was made aware of it because like America's so big and everyone loves to talk about it.
Yeah, there's so much.
You guys are like a reality TV show, by the way. You guys are honestly like a reality.
It really is, dude. It fucking sucks living here. I could only imagine like living in California or New York.
I definitely want to visit California and New York just because of like it's because of everything I heard that I want to visit.
Oh, you should, dude. They're beautiful.
California
is literally super fucking beautiful. It's like if you're going there to visit, holy shit, it's amazing. But if you live there, yeesh.
Most of your life would be in your car on the highway. I'm not even joking.
That's so funny. You could say the exact same thing about Dubai, bro. Dubai, like here's my philosophy about Dubai. Like just one last point about Dubai is that unless if you are wealthy, if you are local Emirati, or if you're just visiting once or twice a year, you will like Dubai is an absolutely fucking amazing place to go to. But if you are middle class or below and a family and you want to live there, you will fucking struggle. You will fucking struggle. You know, like that's how it is. That's my experience, my friend's experience, everybody's experience.
What are your thoughts on Japan, just as like a culture?
Dude, I'm a fucking weeb all the way. I want to go to Japan.
Dude, I want to go to Japan too. I fucking love the neon signs and the fucking like crazy signs. Oh my god, I've seen so many videos of just people going through it, and like it just looks like a fever dream, essentially. Like just
it's my god, right? It's surreal.
It reminds me of that one meme. It's really funny. Is like people being like the meme where it's like a guy being like, "Oh, I hate this capital wasteland," talking about America, and then they go to Japan, and it's like.
OMG, the neon signs are so bright.
Like, I'm so sure that Japan has it like every country has its own problems, and it's not like all it's chucked up to be. But like we're just so lost in the fantasy of.
I know. It really is. Japan is the fantasy country. Like
it really is. It has no problems. It probably fucking does.
Like for instance, if Jacob and I were to go to Japan, we'd be racially profiled.
That's true.
We racially profile white people more than anyone else.
Exactly. Like I don't know why they hate white people so much.
I think it's just because of ignorant foreigners. If I had to assume.
And also America kind of like fucked up like the good thing they had going on.
What good thing?
Like the whole reason why they became westernized to begin with
because we bombed the shit out of them. We nuked them
twice.
Well, no, it was because even before the nukes, we went in there, and then we told them that like they had to open their borders basically, and then they're like, okay, fine, I guess, because they were going to attack them and shit if they didn't basically.
Well, they did have an imperialist system at that point, but I could see what you're saying.
They became westernized because of the Westerners going in and shit.
Yeah. Literally, we caused them to become westernized. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. I'm not going to get into that moral dilemma. But
right.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact about nukes?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, sure.
I have one.
Like we all know, like we all hear of nukes and like how powerful they are, and you know they've existed for like fucking I don't know since like 1945 or some shit, or like no before that. So can you guys guess in the entire history of humanity how many times nukes have actually been used, like used with
like
an objective,
in
not
war
tested,
or like just set off
in war, not tested. No,
Oh,
they have been
twice.
used actively. Yeah, and the videos.
4 times?
It's twice. It's twice.
Oh,
it's
It's
twice.
only the 2 nukes
If
we
only-
dropped.
Literally, in the entire all the nukes that have existed and have ever existed, only 2 of them have been used in the entire history of humanity. It's crazy, right?
It's
Like,
because
you-
of
you
how
always hear about
devastating they are. Just the
Exactly.
the mass amount of destruction they cause.
Everybody
is so
just collectively
The whole idea of the reason why the Cold War didn't like actually like
Get
end
hot.
up doing anything was because the idea of mutually assured destruction.
Everybody just collectively agreed that nukes are fucked. Like we
Yeah.
saw what they've done to Japan 2 times, not once, not twice, no, twice actually, in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they were like, "Fuck that! We don't want that shit. We don't want to do that shit." So,
And the crazy part is that they're stronger now.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They only get stronger. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've made the strongest thing.
We
And it's so
literally-
far
strong,
getting
we won't use
stronger,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of gross how fucking fast the world could end due to our own incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive too.
It really is impressive, just the fucking sheer amount of.
Like a good 10 nukes or like 5 nukes around the world. Boom, you're done. You've ended humanity for the next, at least for the next.
Yeah,
100
like
years
the
or
main areas. Yeah, if you aim your nukes right, oof, you're gonna definitely set back the world a couple decades.
Holy shit! The saying where it's like World War IV will be fought with sticks and
so. Sticks and
stones.
stones. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
It's
like
true.
terrifying to hear.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very
Fun conversation.
this
It
was
is very fun.
or
Okay.
it is.
Fun and jolly.
all right. I guess we don't. I mean, that was this. We have one more question on the
Dude.
question list. So you
Shoot,
want to
shoot,
get into that?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. So the question is based off of your bio in ePals is what kind of cosplays do you do, and do you know many cosplayers?
Oh, can I show you guys something?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, it's your
okay.
penis.
Oh no, it's not that. It's something, something not as big. But alright, you guys are on Discord, right?
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
There's
gonna
a guest chat that. Oh wait, you.
get up my camera.
Oh, okay. Let me look at your camera.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, bam. What up?
Get this.
Yo, oh
You're
my
in your
God,
Luigi
let's go.
costume. Let's go.
What up? Talking about deep shit this whole time. I got it. Actually, I wore this like halfway through because I was like, it'd be funny.
That's really funny.
It is.
But yeah, so on the topic of like cosplay, so I still consider myself a pretty amateur cosplayer, to be honest. Compared to like the other people that I've met, I met so many people, dude. So many cosplayers. If you go to my Instagram, which I can show you guys,
Oh yes, please.
I've like taken pictures with a bunch of cosplayers, and they're so fucking cool, man. I love cosplayers. I love cosplaying. I love cosplayers, and I've made like 1 or 2 myself, which I'm proud of, and it was so fucking fun. Like I had such a shitty cosplay. It was so crappy, bro. I literally made it like the day before the event, and like I sewed it with my own like hands. I made it. I took like my I took like a shitty shirt, a bunch of like props that I found around the house. I put it together, and I made it. It was like it was a puppet. It was like a puppet. So I got some cotton from like the medical store, in the pharmacy, a cotton, and I got some needles, and like I stitched the cotton, and I drew like lines with like Sharpies on my shirt to look like stitches, right? And I got some like medical shit, because I was like a doctor puppet or some shit like that, and it was so garbage. I took reference from Identity V. I don't know if you guys. But anyway, I went to the con, and so many people wanted to take pictures of me, and it was so awesome, bro. People would come up to me, and I'm like,
What was the cosplay of?
it was a puppet. It was like a doctor puppet, like a nurse puppet. Doctor.
Oh,
puppet.
okay.
I'll show you a pic of it. I got like a button, and I stitched. I like glued it to my eye, so
that's
like
cool.
that added to the effect. I was really proud of that, man. It was so sick. I will show you. I'll send you my Instagram. I mean, if you want to check it out now,
Yes.
If,
I would
it's like,
love
But
that.
I think it would be best so I could find a photo of you to put on the thumbnail of the.
yeah, homie. Let me like type it out right
You
now.
turned on your video, but none of us are recording video right now.
I mean, I could
No worries.
I could just record it, but then it would just be audio for the first 2 hours.
Like use this for your thumbnail, like right now, like
Oh my god, let me screenshot
okay.
that. Hold up.
I gotta snip it.
Alright.
I got it.
Okay, I got
Alright,
it.
cool.
Cool.
Perfect.
But like if you go on my Instagram right now, you'll see that I'm wearing like I've actually been to one event recently. It's called the EGCon. This, to my surprise, Egypt has conventions, and I was fucking surprised. But yeah, Egypt has conventions, and I went to one very, very recently. It was called the EGCon, and even there, they had like some really cool cosplayers. Like, sorry, could you remind me, like, what was your original question?
Oh, me? It was just, do you cosplay and do you know cosplayers? You're pretty much answering it.
Okay, so first one, yes. Two, also yes. Dude, it's because of like cosplaying at these types of events that I was able to like make the new group of friends that I've made recently. Well, new, like I've known it's a year now, and they're like some of the coolest people that I know. You know, like I really love them. If you guys are watching this, I love you guys. You will be watching this because I'm gonna link it to all of you guys. But I'm in love with the cosplay community, to be more specific, because it's just like I love cosplaying, and I love anime, and I love gaming, and I love movies, I love pop culture, I love all that stuff, and just because like there's just so much of it, there's so much variety, and there's just so much fun in it, right? And I love that. And to be part of that community, like I remember one guy, a friend of mine, I met him during one of the, like a con, and he told me like he was a cosplayer, and I came up to him after like one of his performances, and he was like, we started a conversation. I was like, yo, you're so cool, bro, I love your cosplaying. And he's like, yeah, man, I love it too. Cosplaying to me is like an escape. And I told him honestly, for me, cosplay is, it's not an escape. I don't view it as an escape. I think cosplay adds to my life. And he liked that. He's like, huh, yeah, like cosplaying. Yeah, like it's nice to think about it that way. That's like how I feel. That I don't think of cosplaying as an escape, because even after I'm still talking to people. Like I'm still talking to people who cosplay. I'm in that group, like Discord group, and the group of friends that I made. Albeit not all of them are cosplayers, but they're still in the cosplay community, right? They either do art, or they just attend this stuff, or they're interested in the stuff, right? So I do this in my regular life now, even outside of the events. So I'm not escaping. It's just I've integrated it into my life, and I love it. It's fun, dude. It's so fucking fun.
Yeah, honestly.
And yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't know if you saw, but we made a video of going to Comic-Con. Tons of people cosplaying there. It was really fun to do it. Obviously, we were kind of dogging on some of the cringy ones, but like just cosplaying in general, it's very respectable to like able to put yourself in kind of like a hot seat, essentially, like just showing that you care for a franchise enough to put effort into a costume that you think would fit well enough. And I really just like, especially people who take their cosplaying seriously, that like truly put in the effort. It shows that they care about it. And it's really cool to hear that you like made friends with some of them and like are a part of that bigger community.
Dude, it's so cool. Like I've seen some like amazing cosplayers in the last event. Like there's, I don't know if you guys know Harfy or Sakura.
Yeah.
I found them. Yeah, I saw them in the event, and you know them.
Not personally.
Oh, okay, but like if you, but you know of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw them at the event, and dude, they were so cool, bro. They're the Vi and Jace cosplay. You can see them on like on my Instagram. I took a photo with Harfy in his Jace cosplay. He had a fucking hammer, bro. It was so huge. I got to carry it without his permission, but I got to carry it. It was so fun, bro. And just it was so cool because like I was just like chatting with this dude. I didn't know who he was prior to the event. I didn't know who he was. I was just chatting to him, and I did come across Instagram before, but I didn't know he was coming to this event. So when I met him, I spoke to him. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" Blah 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 blah. And then he told me who he was, and I was like, "Oh shit! Wait, you're that guy? I saw your cosplays." And then I started talking to him about it. Like it was so shocking to me. Like I was just having a casual conversation with a dude who has like 100 plus something K followers on Instagram. Like this dude was proper cosplay influencers, and I had no idea. I was like just vibing with him. He was such a nice dude.
That's
just
super cool
about all things cosplay and like the cosplay projects, and like a project like he's doing with Riot. Like just a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy to me that I'm excited about that kind of stuff because like a few years ago, this stuff, or not a few years ago, like maybe a decade ago, but like none of this stuff really mattered, right? To have famous cosplayers, famous pop culture influencers, like that thing, that wasn't a thing. Kind of like YouTubers, wasn't a thing. Like what you do videos, you shoot video games, and you stream yourself online, fucking loser. Now people get excited for like influencers. They want to be influencers, or they want to be in the cosplay in the YouTuber cloud or pop culture cloud or like streaming environment. And I just love that there's now this this cloud or this environment of people where people can be famous off of it. They can make a living off of it. They can make a family off of it, friends off of it. It's all.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
just like any other niche.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar to fandoms, but to the next level. Essentially, is what you think of it as.
Yeah, and these people are creative, by the way. Like they're super fucking skilled. Like the hammer that I held. He told me that he had another one which lights up and changes form. Like if you guys play League, which I'm sure you have, it does hammer and the plasma cannon form. So
nice.
Like that takes a certain level of engineering to do that.
Yeah.
And like I've noticed a lot of cosplayers that can count it in the technical side of things. Like it's not just arts and crafts. Some of them really have to do proper. They have to use proper like mechanical, electronic application to get their to make their cosplay. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're smart."
It's really impressive.
So sick.
It's really impressive.
It is, dude. It's so sick.
It really is. It really is.
So any kind of ill will the cosplay community had with us, I sure hope this makes everything better.
We were dogging on you for
comedy. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we were dogging on you for comedy. Our genuine thoughts are not reflective of the video.
Unless you were dressed up as someone from My Hero Academia. I actually do not like you. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, they're just little kids. They're just kids at that point.
Hey, some of them were cosplaying Ahigao like outfits.
Oh god! Oh my god! We met someone who had a body pillow. They just cut a hole and they cosplayed as a body pillow.
They were the body pillow. It was super funny. They said they bought it at the event too, which made it even better.
Bro, in my Instagram, the first two posts, it's of people who like cut out cardboard and made it into armor and like glued a bunch of Ahigao pictures on the cardboard armor.
Oh my god!
Look it up. The most genius fucking thing I've ever seen in my life is that face masks, right?
Yeah.
So they have like cardboard face masks, like you put it on your face, and on the front is an Ahigao mouth, like a whole mouth.
Oh my god!
It was so fucking genius, bro. They just attach it to their face. You can see it on my second post.
Oh my god! I see it right now. You're cosplaying as the scout from TF2.
Yeah.
Oh, I love TF2 so much.
Yeah, dude. I got. Yeah.
When we were at Comic-Con, I couldn't count on my fingers how many people were wearing Ahigao sweaters and pants. I don't know if anybody else here who went to Comic-Con saw that. There was like so many people were just wearing those sweaters with Ahigao faces on it. It was annoying to see.
It was fun to see for me.
I wanted to beat them up. I wanted to
take a picture of them. I took a picture with one of them.
I took a picture with a lot of furries and jokers.
Did you know a furry costume, like if you're getting a real one, could cost upwards of $2,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's a mascot suit, dude. Like it's thick and it's got so much detail and prop on it. Like it's not surprising.
But the only person here who would want one is Lauren. Am I right?
Hey, let's go. Hey.
Lauren, hidden closeted furry.
Oh my god!
I'll take that as a yes.
He used to be a furry. He always tells us he's not anymore. Also, he wasn't talking because I assume his Chinese roommate is there.
Oh yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. I actually gotta go now.
Yeah. Any last questions? Any last?
Yeah.
No more questions?
No,
okay.
I think I'm good.
So then I guess final ending thoughts.
Yeah, before we leave, you want to plug all your shit? Or like...
Yeah, okay. Well, anything you plug here we'll put into the description, so just list everything you want us to add.
Oh man, dude, I've never. I always wondered what I'd say if I was in this exact position. Do I be humble and like give it to a good cause, or do I? So my epal is Mr.Penguin with 2 N's, and my Instagram is Mr_EMM, just so you guys know. I don't know, man. I don't like this. I don't care too much about my socials.
No, I get it.
I get it.
I don't fucking know, man. Like I don't really care for shit, but I guess just be better people, please. Be more thoughtful, more mindful. Start giving a little bit more shit about the person next to you, I guess. That'd be fucking nice. It'd make life a lot easier for most people. Be a bit silly. Yeah, that's my plugin. Be silly. Be silly, as you can see.
Don't take life so seriously. Exactly.
Don't take life so seriously. Yeah.
So any advice for the people watching?
Any advice for the people watching this? Okay. Save your money. Fucking save it. Right, fucking save it. Money's so fucking easy, right? If you can be rich if you want it to be. It's very simple. It's just hard to do. Okay, so fucking learn basic investment and basic economics and just basic money strategies, because it's so fucking important to handle your finance, like your financial situation. I'm only saying that because I'm 23 and I know the importance of money. So fucking listen to me. As you can see, I'm a very serious man. Very serious fucking man. I'm serious, as you can see. I think the best advice I can give people is to just, as an insecure man, as a very insecure man, do not let the opinions of others decide your fucking happiness, bro. It is just such a big waste of time, dude. Whether or not they absolutely love you or absolutely hate you, it shouldn't make a fucking difference to your own goals, okay? Just do whatever the fuck makes you happy. Just don't hurt yourself or others in any kind of way, alright? Unless it's good for them, then okay, maybe, a little bit of pressure is good, but very subjective. But anyways, back on topic. Just be more mindful. Be, think about the other person. Think about what the fuck they're going through and think, hey, is this person doing alright? If I was in their exact position, how would I feel,
Yeah, beautiful words. Alright, say goodbye to the video recording.
I think this is the longest podcast we've had.
Yeah, best.
I don't think I'm gonna cut out
a lot. I don't think we said anything racist enough to cut out.
Let's do it now.
Alright, and I'm ending the recording.
No racism this episode.
You've been a wonderful guest, and you've been awesome.
Thank you amazing.
So much for coming on.
Oh shucks, guys, stop it! You guys are so great. What are you talking about?
Thank you. None of the other guests have said that to us. Actually, they all spit in our eyes and refuse to work with us again.
Nice. They just couldn't recognize your fine assery.
I know. Right? I'm glad somebody realized it.
I'm sure that's it. I'm sure it wasn't because things got controversial. No.
None of the racist stuff, actually. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this. It's very appreciated. I'll write you a really good review, very in depth.
Hey, I'd actually appreciate that. Yes, this is what I always wanted. This is the only thing I want.
I'm now retiring.
See ya, fuckos. That's all I needed.
I didn't even write the review yet. And you're just
sorry?
I didn't even write the review yet. You're like, that's all I wanted. Fuck you guys.
That's all I wanted.
Fuck you guys. I hate you. This Luigi costume isn't even real.
No, this is just my pajamas. But yeah, dude, this was really fun. I honestly really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thanks for inviting me to the podcast.
Thank you.
I hope this uptakes more podcasts coming out. We have been very slow. Our last one was a year ago.
Life has been kind of taking over.
I get
the creative drive. You know how it is.
Yeah. Like I said, I told you I'm in mechanical engineering right now, so my whole life is school right now.
I understand, bro. Don't worry about it. I think as long as you're focusing on at the moment, it's fine. You'll eventually get the time to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool that you guys are doing this, by the way. It's so fucking awesome that you guys have this little thing podcast together. When I was at the start and before you guys press record and you guys were setting things up and talking about testing and preparing questions, I thought that damn, these guys are organized. This is these guys are not
I don't think anyone has ever called us that before. I
mean, it's cool that you guys are talking that way to each other. You had a goal together and you want to fill that goal, and to me, that's so fucking fun. Like me and my friends fucking argue about what game we're gonna play today. Like that's like 90% of our conversation. Is crazy.
Yeah.
But you guys have this great thing going on. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was great to have you.
Did you get a link to our channel?
Yeah, I did. Also,
awesome.
if you could in guest chat or wherever you put your Instagram, also put your PayPal, because that's the only link I don't have of you left.
My PayPal.
I don't think we ever actually
You said that, right? You said PayPal in the video.
We might have to fade out of the podcast into the music at the end.